everything for money.
But speaking of
Who
farm,
said what?
uh,
Wait, who said farm?
he said farm money, and it's just like that sounds like
Oh, right.
farm money. But yeah, speaking of, um,
Bad segues.
thank you. I'm gonna have to switch consoles now. This might take about a few minutes, so please enjoy this screen of things. And yeah, just Blake, speak among yourself, and I'll be
Okay,
back in a minute.
so once upon a time there was a guy called Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and he was born not through the usual conventional terms of birth, like most people, where he went from the womb to the vagubulin to the outside. He was in fact born straight out of the pectoral muscles of Andre the Giant. And when he was younger, he would find sustenance by sucking the milk out of a stone, which is coincidentally where he got his wrestling nickname, The Rock, because he would continually provide sustenance for all of his friends via milk from his vaguely stone shaped head. And there were a time when he was a youngin' wherein he would go to the bathroom and his mother would be like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, why do you take so long in the bathroom? And he is like, Mother, I have a 13-inch penis to unroll from the inside of my pocket. And she would slap him for using such crass language, but her hand would shatter upon his mighty skin. And then he would be like, Fair mother, I'm so sorry that I have injured you in this way with my unbreakable skin, which is known to deflect bullets and other harmful projectiles such as bees. And then his mother would pat him gently on the head and send him on his way. And then one day he bumped into the WWE and was brought upon them. And they were like, You can come work for us, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So then he did. And for years he beat up random people under the guise of wrestling. And they said it was sport and entertainment, but really it was just a long hit list by Mr. Vincent McMahon, hater of most people with slightly built bodies or higher. And then the fireworks went off in the background and were distracting me from my story. And then after The Rock left the WWE, he bumped into Hollywood, and they were like, Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you should film and star in movies with us, including films such as Hercules, Doom, The Tooth Fairy, and Welcome to the Jungle. And Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, sir, said, I will do these movies, and then later on I will be in the remake of Jumanji, and people won't know how it be, but it could be good. And then Jack Black was like, What if I was in that film? And Dwayne The Rock Johnson said, No, silly, go make the Goosebumps movie, whilst I make an animated movie called Moana. And I will also do a returning to the WWE, and also maybe probably make a song with Wyclef Jean one day. And then he did. And then in his later life, Dwayne The Rock Johnson became an old man and was like, Son Dwayne The Rock Johnson, sir, mister, I have news for you. And his son was like, What is it, Father Dwayne The Rock Johnson Sr., sir? And then Dwayne The Rock Johnson consumed his son and stole his youth, and once again began his cycle anew as a fetus. The end.
Fantastic.
I did wonder how much of that you're still just listening to.